Welcome to episode 13. Today I'm going to be working over here. Probably not for the whole video, but I had mentioned I'm doing a turnout for a rail yard out here. So I have made a hole. I'm going to set that in, get this put together, and close this back up. A lot of you folks had mentioned I should have a rail yard, and I agree. And it seemed like this was the best spot. I can get a few, 3 or 4 turnouts, I think, that will really make that look pretty sharp. In putting this together, I need, because it's so far from my control panel area, I needed to extend the wire. This wasn't long enough. So it's just regular phone wire. There's 6 or 8 wires in there. So I'll splice that in, send it over to there. Then I'll be able to attach it, and then I can make it work from over there. Another thing, I got something in the mail. Jeff from South Carolina, thank you so much. He was doing some projects, small scale, and ended up being done with what he was doing, and he sent me something that is going to be super helpful in making my railroad station. Look at this. Oh, wow. Give me some room. Look at that. It's a miter saw, little chop saw. Got a safety in there so you can't cut your fingers off as easily. Look at the blade on that thing. That is super tiny. It should be good. I've had problems cutting wood, and with my regular chop saw, I had a lot of splinters. I was trying to cut with pliers. Doesn't really work really well. I haven't even run this yet. It should be a great help. He also sent, wait for it, for the fine work. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's magnetic. I don't know. It's heavy so that it can sit somewhere and you can really concentrate on tiny things, which we are doing. I also sent some sheets of, this is either basswood or balsa. It's not balsa wood, I don't think. I think it's basswood. Basswood. Okay, back on to work. Got to get at it. I do believe I have everything I need. I have the turnout. I'm going to cut that. I picked up the phone wire that I just mentioned. We'll splice that into those and make sure we have enough to get over there. I opened up the phone wire, and I'm going to just go with, would have preferred black, white, and like a ground, but I'm going to go with blue and orange as the positive, negative, and the white orange as ground. So I'm going to cut these others off on this end just so there's no confusion. Got the splicers. So I'm making orange like the positive or negative. So these are the 2 side ones. I'm going to put those in like that. Good. They all feel good and solid. I'm going to test it all the way over to there before I want to cover this in electric tape just to hold it. Then I picked up staples so I can staple the wire to keep it nice and neat going over there. So on to the next part. My hole right here is going to get kind of tiny. That's a good amount. So I'll do the same thing here. I'll splice these. I've already cleaned that up ready. I'll do this and then connect those. The wiring is complete. I've tested these. They switch tracks and so on. So these are all wired up. So I'm going to hook this into this one, connect it, move those out of the way. This is going to be very, very cool. It'd be nice if those would just line up easily, but they don't. Ah, good. Okay, that's in. I'm going to just try. Let's see. I also have a log car that will dump logs. I'm hoping I can bring it down in here and set up a log yard down there. That would be pretty cool. Very nice. I don't have much of this track. I have some older style track I might use for one section. That one's all messed up. Very nice. Guess I'll have to fix that. I've been doing final testing on these to make sure that these tracks, these turnouts work. And they do. They work really well. Let's take a peek at it. Took maybe half an hour to wire all of that up. So you can see it that goes on that one. Goes on that one. So now I just have to extend the tracks here, and I'm not sure. I might put, maybe I need to get the let me just show you. Tyco log dump car set. It looks like I've got to figure out how to wire this up. I think I'll have to extend this, but this is part of it. Anyway, it has some logs and a bit of track, a dump thing. I'm not sure. I'll have to research it a little bit, but that should be pretty cool. I might make a sawmill or something down there. I think that'd be awesome. Wow. So I finally got it all set up. I have two. I have it partially set up. I still want to do a little bit more. The switch outs work well. I haven't covered this, but I'm ready to do that. I've checked these switches. They all work. They're tied in over there at the control panel. Both of these switch outs, as well as those two. I did have a little trouble with the power cutting out. If you have any input into that, I would appreciate hearing something about that, because the power just shuts off. I have to unplug it, let it cool down or whatever, and then it comes back on. So I have 3 more cars to put over there. It sounds like one of the... No, I guess it's good. So I'm going to screw some pieces on here. Make sure that it clears the track and entrains. These are 1¼ inch screws so they don't go through. I'm going to verify that the train actually goes under there before I do that. Finally, this was a big deal, getting it to this point. Perfect. Just to make sure, I'm going to run around again. Very good. Now on to the other lane as well. Nice. One other little point of interest, let's go take a look at the back. People have asked about access to in the tunnel area, and I can reach my hand in, and if there's a derailment or whatever, I can work on the track. Kind of dark under there. It's the unpretty part of the railroad. So, coming from underneath the underbelly of the railroad world, we're coming up on top, and I think it's time to experiment with beautifying. So I will be looking for comments. I don't know if I've ever seen this in between railroad tracks, but I'm thinking about some trees in the middle. I think that'll look pretty nice. We'll see what that looks like just passing through. It clears. Whoa, what? Dead spot. I think that looks pretty good. No, that's all good. How does that look? I think I like it. I'm just setting these in kind of temporarily to get a feel for, I still have to do all the grass. Get this out. What do you think? I have some softwood trees. I'm going to try those. Just an experiment. We'll see how that works. I have a lot more trees. Well, we'll make one pass around. I think that's going to do it for this video. To close this out, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about placement of trees. There will be the train station up there. There's going to be a lot of stonework still to do here.